What's up, Pathways Church? Welcome to today's Daily Dose. I'm Nathan Purifoy, your worship pastor. And today we're going to talk about shame. This is such a difficult topic to figure out all the ins and outs of and try to figure out how to navigate this in your own life. But first, I want to start by defining shame. I think we get shame and guilt confused. We often think of them as the same thing. But let me tell you really quickly the difference between shame and guilt. First, guilt is a reminder of something you've done. Guilt speaks to something you've done. And sometimes guilt is a necessary thing. Guilt in and of itself is not bad. It lets you know that you've made a mistake. It lets you know that you've sinned. It lets you know that you've done something that needs to be corrected. And guilt is a useful tool if we're able to use it well. Guilt speaks to what you've done. Shame speaks to who you are. Guilt says I've done wrong. Shame says I am wrong. Guilt says I've made a mistake. Shame is always used to attack your identity. And we don't have to accept the identity that shame tries to give us. We can take guilt and learn from a mistake that we've made, but we don't ever have to accept that we are a mistake. We don't ever have to accept that we have lost who we are, our identity, because of a mistake that we've made. There's a story in the book of John where Jesus helped a lady. He was about to teach to a crowd, and then some people brought this lady to them and said that this lady is an adulteress, and according to the law, she's supposed to be stoned. So according to the law, this lady is supposed to be killed, or they throw stones at her and kill her. But they brought her to Jesus and told him the situation and said, "What do you think we're supposed to do?" They want to catch him misquoting the Bible or saying something wrong. And this is what Jesus says. In John 8, verse 7, when they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again, he stooped down and wrote on the ground. At this, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until Jesus was the only one left, with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then neither do I condemn you," Jesus declared. "Now go and leave your life of sin." Jesus reminded her that there is no condemnation. Instead, he gives her an opportunity to accept what she's done and see maybe the guilt of her ways, but not to live in the shame. He gives her a start where she can go and sin no more, and she can live her life knowing that she is a whole, loved daughter of Christ. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Dose.